we beat the odds. Even may look great, but should still be going wrong. I be moving late in my place, I can't keep
And here we go. Welcome back to the 4th episode of The Basement Man. I'm your host, Nocturnal. And today we took a trip from the dot to the beach like I'm Chris Bosh. Dave Lawson here, man. How you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. I think I'm probably doing as good as everyone right now, but we're killing it. So
Fucking hanging in there and
yeah, man.
Quarantine's a struggle right now, like with just like seeing people, going out, recording music and shit.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like stopped people in the music industry from doing their thing. I mean, it's obviously stopped like the show part of it, but I think it's not even a bad thing for artists. Maybe more time to just work on your craft at home.
Yeah, and the attention to detail is going to be there too with the music and stuff.
I mean, it's either going to go like really bad or really good.
Yeah, we'll find out soon, eh? So, bro, the first thing...
I got some new stuff coming too, so you guys can be the judge of that.
The first thing I want to touch on is like the early life, bro. Like, did you originally grow up in Hamilton?
Yeah, so I mean, when I was born, like my mom and me were out in Dundas, and then I've been up on the mountain near Ancaster pretty much since I was younger. But I always had kind of, different friends groups around the city and stuff like that. So I always kind of, felt like I was in and around everywhere. But
you went to Ancaster High, right?
Yeah, I was actually at Dalewood in Westdale and like George R. Allen. Yeah, my mom had me in that French immersion nonsense,
Bro, but I don't know. I feel like it's beneficial down the line.
I mean, yeah, it's easier to party in Montreal now. That's about it. But yeah, we were at Ancaster High. It was a cool school. It was kind of a shithole, but it was cool.
How was your music influences growing up? Like, what got you started into music?
Man, I want to say like when I first started doing my actual stuff was because I was just like freestyling at parties with my buddies as a joke, and it was fun and whatnot. And then my friends were the ones who were like, "Man, you aren't totally shit at this, man. You should give it a go." And I mean, at the beginning, it was terrible. Like I'm sure we're all not happy with like what we start with and whatnot, but just like I think grade 9 or 10, just like freestyling with my buddies, and then like what I was listening to was like Mac and
R.I.P.
A little bit, I know, for the boy.
Straight up.
Absol a little bit. That was my dude, but I feel like I don't.
Absol's low key fire.
Yeah, Absol's cool. He's a weirdo, and
Yeah. TDE's like low key. They don't really talk much. They just put out nice music.
Most talented human beings on the planet. They're a bunch of aliens, bro. I don't know. Yeah.
So like you said it started back up like in high school and shit. Like that's how it first kind of started.
I know. I think at first, it's like it's cool or whatever, and then I don't know. I fell in love with it, and then especially when not only your friends but like people you don't even know, they give you that like that pat on the back. So it's like super reassuring that you're doing the right thing.
Yeah. What kind of attracted you towards like Mac and Wiz and those type of artists when you were first growing up? So I know, man, like back at like Wiz, obviously back in the day, everyone's smoking fucking pot in high school. You know what I mean? Wiz just like a great person.
Really, I think it was just because everyone was just like smoking weed and trying to be cool, and that was cool, I guess. But I never thought I made like tune that sounded like any of them, but they were definitely like the dudes I would listen to and stuff. Yeah.
Because I also see like a lot of like kind of like punk and heavy like kind of like hardcore shit in your music. So
yeah, man, I fuck with Korn.
I was curious about that shit. You know what I mean? Like like the shit slaps. Like I mean, like even like the melodies, your raps are like very melodic, but they're also like fucking dark and hardcore at the same time. So I was like curious about that part,
Yeah, I feel like I went through like I think I've sounded different a couple times, changed my name a couple times, and like I think now where I'm at currently is kind of how I'm gonna sound.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to sound like too heavy, but like I'm definitely, if it can incite a riot or whatever, that's the vibe I'm going for. But I also want it to be,
That's what you want at the show. I guess you want at the show to be like fucking like a riot, but then you know what I mean. You want the listener to connect.
Yeah, man. You want to. I mean, you can't just be good at music now. I think like you can be, talented and whatnot, but like, I think part of getting a following and actually having people like ride your coattails is putting on a show, and like it can't just be having good songs. You got to be able to do that shit in front of people,
That's like half of it right there.
Yeah, swear to God, man.
Making it, then half of it's like performing it now.
Pardon?
Half of it's like making it, then half of it's like performing it.
If you suck at performing, I don't think you're going anywhere.
Yeah, straight up. I don't think so either.
How good you are. Yeah.
Agree.
You got to be able to put heads in a venue and consistently, you know.
How was the like kind of what's your recording process like? So I find like you're heavy attention to detail. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With like the intros, outros to albums and stuff. Even like I said before with the melodies and like the raps and all that stuff, they're kind of all interlay, and it's very correlated and sounds good. So what's your process in the studio and shit?
I think I'm probably like my own worst enemy in there. Like I'm super picky, and like sometimes it's bad, you know. Like I probably got tons of tracks that are just gonna sit there because my ass is so unhappy with it.
Yeah.
But my manager / engineer January Ozzy.
I seen him around on Instagram and stuff too. So he's your engineer.
Ozzy.
True.
Manager, engineer, might rap here and there.
Do it all.
I'm trying to get him to release a song that me and him have, but
yeah,
he's not about it, eh?
I think he's over with that. But yeah, no, my process, I don't know. I think it's super simple. I don't ever really write before I go into a studio. I just I'll either be sent a beat or I'll find a beat, and then if I fuck with it, then that's just kind of how it starts and where it goes.
Yeah.
Normally, yeah, like I don't like walking away from the studio without the song being done, whether it's not like complete, but like it's got to be fully recorded, or else it's going in the trash.
Do you freestyle that shit or do you write stuff out?
Right. A lot of people say that, if you're a rapper, you're doing hip hop or whatever, you got to be able to freestyle. And like, after a couple of drinks and whatnot, you're with the boys or whatever, I'm sure you can. But like, that's like, I don't do that shit. I can't, man. I got to write.
I think it depends on the person. Like some people are nice at freestyle, and then some people rather just like kind of like write that shit down on like a notepad or something.
Some people are like really good at it, man. Like, a lot of the people I work with, they'll just freestyle. Like my boy Ugly Tomorrow, he's from Toronto. A lot of his shit is just.
I was listening to him on the project. I like him, bro.
Yeah, man, he's cool. I met him. I'm getting a little sidetracked, but I met that kid just like online before I went on that Xavier Wulf tour.
I was gonna ask you about that. I was gonna ask you about that shit too.
Yeah, we just kind of kicked it off from there, and I was like, I'll fuck with this kid. But yeah, like his process, he'll record over 100 beats a day, just freestyle all that shit. I don't know how he does that, but I feel like I have to write it just to like get my best lyrics or my best flows out of it or whatever. I don't even know how you say that, but my best work definitely comes from sitting down and just writing.
Yeah. Who gives you like the green light on saying like, yo, like Dave, like this shit's nice? Is it you, or did you got some people that kind of like you listen to their opinions and stuff?
At the end of the day, it should be me. It should be like yourself, but obviously you want your friends to love your stuff, right? Yeah. It's just like that little bit of reassurance. So obviously I got Ozzy, I got my boy Paul. He's out in Korea. I always look at him for like a feedback, and then like just some of my close boys. If they rock with it, like my friends from day one have been pretty honest. Like I told them, I'm like, if you don't like something, I need it to know that, or else you're just being a bad friend, bro. Like, don't let your friends suck at music. Sucks at music, tell them.
Don't be putting out some no trash shit, eh?
Yeah, man. Tell your friends.
Fair enough.
How was Paul Blanco, right? Because you guys did Black Rose Cartel, right? Starting up.
Yeah, we were Black Rose Cartel and Cartelli.
How was that? Because I remember, how many years ago was that? Was that like 3 years ago?
Yeah, I think so, man. I don't know. My timelines are bad.
You guys were making a buzz.
Yeah, we were doing our thing, and it was cool. But I think Paul's one of those, like, he's super talented, and that Korean scene, like, he's gonna take over that entire place. So
yeah, I seen him on Instagram.
But it's all love. I mean, when he was here like a couple of weeks ago, during when the pandemic was starting to wild out, and he was on a North American tour with his boy Changlo, and we're still cool. It's all love. He's still one of my best friends, and maybe one day we'll get music out again. But we just kind of took two different little paths, but it was super cordial and mutual, so it was cool.
How was the touring process with like Xavier Wulf, right? Because you were with him, opening up for him, right? How was that performing in front of like a audience?
Man, I was gonna shit my pants. It was crazy.
Yeah. Like, do you get fucked up before the shows or no? Are you chilling? Like, cause you don't wanna fuck this song.
Like, do I get fucked up or
Like,
do I get like nervous?
Like fucked up. Like, am I boozing the henny? You know what I mean?
I mean, so you try not to get too crazy, but like
That's what I mean, cause you don't want to be fucking the songs up, right?
been there. I've fucked songs up. I think it's just part of it. As long as you keep going, no one even really notices. But yeah, those Xavier shows were definitely those chin checked me. Like Toronto for sure. I had a couple drinks, you know, couple dad pops and got to it. And that's still, I think that was probably the best show. But humbling experience, man. Like seeing dudes who are, you know, professionals do what they do, and like just
they gotta toss gems on you too, no? Like they probably told you some stuff, like some gems or something.
So the first couple of days, like we did, it was Guelph, Toronto, Montreal, Quebec City, and first couple of days, I just like, you know, I didn't want to be just like in their shit, you know. I just kind of gave them their space and whatnot, and kind of introduced myself those days. But then like Montreal and Quebec, we kind of got put in the same green room, and they were just kind of saying like, if you aren't real out there, they'll eat you alive. Like you can't fake that shit. They're gonna know, and they can hear it when you're fucking performing, right? Like I don't know, a lot of people facade their music, and you know it's a bit of an act. But those dudes were just pretty straight up, and they're like, you know, if you just go out and do what you fucking do, they're gonna fuck with you. And it went really good, man. It was dope. It was fucking freezing. It was cold.
I was gonna say, did you guys travel to America, or is it just Canadian tour?
We just did the Eastern Canada dates, and that was during like there was some major snowstorm or some shit towards the end of it, and we weren't even gonna do it, but we strapped up and drove through that bitch. But it was cool, man. And he brought his boy, I don't know, Jeffrey, I think it's and it was just cool, man.
Jeffrey, I was gonna think Thug, eh? Jeffrey.
Yeah, I mean, if you, whoever's watching this, like if you've never heard I don't know Jeffrey, go listen to I don't know Jeffrey. Yeah, that shit'll change your day.
What was what I can't even imagine the like adrenaline rush performing in front of fucking like a decent amount of people like that, right? Like it's probably crazy, bro.
Toronto was like 400-500 people, and
like that's nuts, bro. How was it like what was your mind thinking when you're like right backstage and they're about to like announce your name to go on stage? Like were you tripped?
Again, I'd probably do it differently. I think.
Well, so how was it going on there? Like, what was were you kind of just getting all hyped up by yourself that let's fucking get it, and you just went out there?
Yeah, like I don't know. I was in the green room just punching the ceilings and putting a couple drinks back and getting ready, and you know, it was cool. I think once I get past, you know, like my first or second song, I'm super in the groove. But like, I guarantee like 90% of people, myself included, go out there butterflies, shitting themselves when they first get out. But
100%.
Once you see the crowd fuck with you, it's way easier if the crowd's fucking with you.
Yeah.
It's tough to fight through it if they're just kind of staring at your ass rap. But you know, I had tons of friends pull up. And
any stage dives and shit? You ever toss yourself out there?
Pardon? Stage dive? My ass is too big. I probably hurt someone. But at the Toronto show, shout out to my friend Brooke. I told her before the show, I was like, I'm gonna pull you up and I'm gonna throw you, like just so you know, like you're getting tossed. And it was great, you know. A couple people getting kicked in the face. That's how it should go.
How it goes.
It was great.
Were there any songs that you thought that maybe wouldn't do so well in front of an audience that actually like fucking did? You know what I mean? You're tripping out. You're like, damn, like this song's actually doing a lot better than I thought it would when I was making it.
Yeah, and like, so yeah, on that, like before that tour, I was kind of like, I was going through a period where I was kind of stepping away from music a little bit. Yeah. And my boy Ozzy got me that tour spot, and I was like, yeah, man, like I'll do it, you know. But like, I was definitely like at an ends where I was pretty close to like just not doing it anymore. You know, it felt like a job. It was boring, and I just didn't like anything I was making. And I made a song called Energy before that tour, and that song actually did really good. And I did the same shit in Winnipeg when I did a show up there in April, and that, you know, that was a song like that was a time where I was like, I really don't even fucking care what I'm making, and I don't even really want to be doing these shows or putting out music, period. And it, you know, it still went good, but I felt like making that song kept me back in it.
Why did you kind of start feeling that way?
It's tough, man. I mean, I've been doing it a while.
Yeah.
And it can get discouraging, right? When you're sort of just plateaued, regardless of like how much you think your actual songs are improving or getting better and whatnot. But sometimes you just don't feel the love, and you just feel like you're wasting your time. But I got such good friends and shit, and they were like, "Nah, you're not quitting."
You gotta keep that shit going, bro. You gotta keep that shit going.
For sure.
Yeah, man. But now I'm in like the best. I think I just gave a shit too much about what people thought.
Yeah.
And then now this past year, I mean, since I put out that new project, See You in January, it's just like, it's the most mentally healthy I felt about being in music and just putting out music. And, however it's received is what it is. I'm just, putting shit out now.
I gotta pull up to one of the fucking, like, a show or something.
Yeah, man. If we ever get, released, we're definitely gonna get a show going right away, for sure.
Yeah, hopefully soon. Who knows? But yeah, who fucking knows? But like, have you just mainly traveled in Canada, or have you gone to have you done shows in the States and shit?
Never done a show in the States. I would love to. I think I would love to under a supporting artist. I think that's always, an easier route.
Yeah.
Because like after doing that Xavier shit, I mean, I fuck with those crowds, right? It's you don't ever want to do.
No, not right.
Well, if it's like intimate shows are cool, and like I did a little release party for my album that was kind of intimate. It was like 80 to 100 people, and that was great. It was awesome. But yeah, you want more heads in the crowd, and having someone like Xavier or Jeff leading that shit kind of puts you in a good spot anyway.
Yeah.
They see you on your tour and shit. So
did I see you on a Wi-Fi's funeral?
Yeah, I was supposed to do that show. I mean, I won't get too far into it, but the promoter, there was some promoter issues. We didn't end up doing that shit, but that would have been cool too. I fuck with Wi-Fi.
Yeah, Wi-Fi solid. How is the like to promote? Because I know you were talking before, bro. You said like half of it's music nowadays and half of it's kind of like fucking performing, marketing, and all that. Like, how is that marketing kind of thing going, bro? I feel like that's a massive part of it too, right?
I think image is huge, and I think
massive. I was talking to fucking. I did a podcast with Matt Stubbs.
And we love that shit.
Yeah, bro. He's solid, man. I tell him like platinum plaques on his wall, and he makes that shit in his basement, bro.
Yeah, man. Dude's just so humble too. Like,
yeah. Like I had to talk about that shit for him to talk about it.
But
yeah, I got some work coming with Matt Stubbs in the future.
Yeah, he's fire producer, but like, yeah, bro. Like, how hard is that? Cause we were talking about like marketing, and he's like, I think he compared it to, you can be like the best artist in the world, right? You can have like, he compared it to like a painter. He's like, you can have like the best painting in the world, but if you keep it in your house, who the fuck is gonna see it? No.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And I think I struggle with that too. Like image is huge, man. And like I don't have many. My Instagram wasn't even active until this year when I started putting shit out.
Yeah.
And I'm still a little more ominous. Like I'm not very on there storying up and posting all the time, and I don't have no videos or anything like that. And I think I'm still trying to figure out how to do that properly. I want to the first time I executed, I want it to be perfect, because I did videos in high school, and that shit is just, it's a comedy show. Like, it's just,
it is. Yeah, but it's like a learning process and shit, bro. Like, you're growing from that. You know what I mean? I've done that shit too. Everything. I think everyone has, like, in this fucking generation.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you don't go anywhere without fucking up. But definitely we'll have some visuals coming. But I don't really know. I don't think you have to have like a character or anything like that. I think a lot of people get big off having the character as their image.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's just being real, not faking it, is going to be the best way. But your visuals definitely have to be crazy.
Yeah.
I think.
Who are some of your peers that you're fucking with right now, that you're working with and stuff?
Yeah. Locally, or just who I listen to right now?
I'll ask you both. Both.
Who I listen to right now? Fuck, I'm pretty, like, I'm all over the place with that shit. Oh, yeah. Can you see my shit? Okay.
It's all good. If you gotta refer back to the laptop, you can, bro. You can go take a look.
Man, stimulus check from the government's gonna shoot me a MacBook. It's gonna be great. Listening to, I mean, shout out to the boy Drake. I think everybody in the world listens to Drake. But I listen to more locally, I think. Now I fuck with the Hate Kids from Toronto. They're dope.
Sure.
Obviously, I was with my boy Charlie. Genome from Hamilton's sick. Emil's sick.
Yeah, I gotta get Emil on the interview.
Emil's dope. He did a show recently I couldn't make it to, but kudos to Emil. That shit was hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hamilton's super talented, man. Hamilton is I find a super underrated city when it comes to musical talent. We're in the shallow realm of Toronto, you know. It's tough. Soon, come up is coming.
What about the favorite artist right now, or the like top three to five artists you're listening to right now that you're really fucking with?
I don't know Jeffrey. Ever since that tour, I've been on him for sure.
Sure.
I listen to Tame a lot. I think Kevin is just like one of my
No, his songs are so complex. Like they're
yeah, man, dude's just an actual wizard. Like so I listen to a lot of that shit.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Smoke Perp's tape. He got one called Florida Jet coming out. I fuck with that kid.
Smoke Perp. Dead Star 2 just dropped, right?
Lyrically and shit, but his music is just tough.
Dead Star 2 just dropped, right?
Yeah, that was a little while ago.
Yeah, you know what project I really fuck with? I really fuck with his Smoke Perp and Murda's project.
Yeah, that shit was hard.
I thought that was a crazy
Florida people, man, aliens. They're sick with it.
Yeah.
Any other people or no?
Let me read this 1 second.
Yeah.
Can you still see my face? I bet not. I don't know.
You're good though.
Tape was crazy. I'm listening to Party a lot. I've always been a huge Party fan.
Party's a classic.
Party's crazy.
Another day is my shit.
But yeah, man, I don't know. It's weird. I feel like I don't listen to a lot of like I don't know. I'll go in my car and just throw shuffle on. I don't listen to anything totally die hard like that. But yeah, locally it's more the focus right now.
Fair enough. What about tell me about this whole January collective, right? Because like, is January like is it like a label or what's
I don't know, man.
You said your boy Ozzy, right? Your boy's Ozzy's the sound engineer, and manager too.
Sure, yeah. So I mean, anybody who's like my boy is January or whatever, but me and Ozzy are just January babies, and I needed something to go under, and so we just went with January. Fucked with it. It's cold.
Yeah.
You know.
Fair enough.
But yeah, there was nothing too deep about it. We just needed like something to go under, and January was it.
Sometimes the simplest shit is the best shit, bro.
Man, simple, and people fucked with it too. Like
that album artwork was fire.
Yeah, shout out to Xander. You know Xander?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Okay. Very talented kid.
You got any upcoming music videos dropping soon? But obviously,
I think I'm gonna drop two things on SoundCloud this coming week.
Yeah.
So I'm in the studio tomorrow, finishing a couple up, and then I'll probably drop on the weekend.
Yeah.
Music video, I don't know yet. Like, I want my first one under like my whole new spiel persona, whatever.
So wait a bit till this shit's over, eh?
But yeah, until I'm allowed out of the house properly.
Yeah.
I can do a little budget thing, but yeah, the visuals will come. They won't be too far away, but once I can do it proper, it'll be done.
All right, bro. Appreciate you coming on here, man.
Yeah, man. Of course, bro. Stay home, stay safe. You keep doing your shit. Appreciate you for having me on, man.
Bro. I'm trying to get all the Hamilton fucking artists.
Yeah, man. You gotta do that.
I gotta fucking bump them out, bro.
Absolutely, bro.
And I wish you all the best of luck too with all your stuff as well, bro.
All right, bro. Appreciate it, man.
No problem, man. Have a good night, eh?
All right, man. Stay safe.
Have a good one.
Stay safe. Lola, say bye.
Yeah. Let's go. Easy. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Swell feeling like my greatest ever. Niggas like a Cuban link the way we stay together. Shout out all my exes, y'all just made me better. I had a couple